A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I will say Amin to the dua Malam Hasib made when he started to save time. And I'll go straight into the topic. Part of me feels, and we can even put the microphone down and be done. We've laughed, we've heard a lot, but I've been asked to speak. I came all the way from Mina yesterday, so I will not waste my time. I have the microphone and I must speak, inshallah. I'll try and do that quickly because I know we are already sensitive to time. Though that's a bit difficult because when you think about the topic, it's so broad, actually should probably have taken a whole day in and of itself because you're talking about before marriage, and then we want to touch on raising children as well. I'll just say a few things with regard to marriage and before marriage. My first husband died in a car accident. I remarried some years back. And I had decided at that time I wasn't going to remarry for a very simple reason. I felt there was a shortage of good people around, men and women. So anybody who was looking for a spouse really had a hard time if you were looking for a good person. I felt I was lucky the first time round, really blessed. And I didn't think that it was possible to find somebody who I felt really lives up to that thing of be Muslim from your heart, inside out. So when I started getting proposals of marriage after I was widowed, I would actively disengage and disconnect all of them, deliberately do things to discourage them from asking any further. But I never stopped doing istikhara. So even when I've decided, I don't think I feel any inclination to marry this particular person, I would still do istikhara. Just in case I was making the wrong decision, saying no to the right person. When I eventually got married to my second husband, it was not intended. At the time that the sparks began to fly, let me put it that way, I was not looking for a husband. I was actively running away from getting married. We happened to be moderating a program together organized by our organization, and we had to stand outside the mosque one day to just share ideas. How are we managing this session? What are we doing? And from there, it kind of segued into talk about other things until someone had to come out to look for us and say, where are the moderators? And that was when my brain said, what are you doing? I thought you said you're not getting married again. So we started talking like that, and we would actually have times when we sit and we just talk. But by that time, I told myself, you either know what you are doing or you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're looking for, you don't know what you're looking for. So after about 3 such sessions of talking about books, about Islam, about this, then one day I looked him in the eye and I said, what are we doing? He said, what do you mean? I said, this talking, what are we doing? Much later, he said that was the day he realized this is direct. What you see is what you get. I'm sharing this because many of us know how to keep running around the park and giving all kinds of hints and clues and signals. But when it's time to really settle down and talk, we say you can't find the words, you say I'm shy, you say, you know, I went to an all-girls school, I went to an all-boys school. If there's a time to be shy, it's not when you intend to marry somebody. You tone down the shyness a bit so that your intention comes out, your words come out, with, of course, with honor, with dignity, but let there be a lot of clarity. I have so many situations where brothers they kind of just recede. First, they're talking to the sister, they're calling her 5 times a day, then suddenly they're calling her 3 times a day, then not at all. And when she says what's going on, they say, I'm busy. And if you're a sister with experience, you know what I'm busy means. It means I've changed my mind, I've looked, I don't like what I am seeing, so I'm actually just backtracking and you should read the signals. For the sisters, they just keep collecting the gifts. They collect the gifts, they pick up the calls, but they answer in a very cold way, and they hope the brother will get the message. Am I smiling at him the way I used to smile at him before? He should understand, he should know now. I think we should be fair to one another. I think there should be a greater deal of compassion. On interaction in marriage and relationships, I see whatever it is you say and you do and you declare before marriage like campaign promises. Jobs for all, fix all schools, women